seriously, the second day in a row, the audience looks like they may be going somewhere after here. You guys look great. Is it graduation and
yes,
stuff?
she's wearing her graduation cap.
Yes. Congratulations.
So you graduated already?
Today. Oh, well, are you afraid you might miss it?
I was gonna say, shouldn't you be there getting ready?
There you go.
Oh, boy. Well, congratulations.
That's a big
Congratulations.
deal.
Awesome.
What is your profession? What will you be now?
I'm majoring in journalism and media studies.
Oh my gosh, perfect! Guys, just in the nick of time.
Hey. But do me a favor. Don't let this show scare you away from your dreams.
That's right. Don't be afraid. It's fine.
Don't be afraid. It's all good.
You can still go into journalism and do this. I promise.
Boys, how you doing?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm great. We went to the lacrosse game yesterday. My daughter's lacrosse game, which they lost, but it was a really exciting game. Like, they made a run for a comeback like I have never seen a team. They went for it. I mean, they still lost, but they went for it.
So were they like down and they had a big comeback and they almost pulled it out?
They were down like 7-1 and they came back like, I think 9-7.
Wow.
Yeah, so they came back. The other goalie, we swear, it was as if she had a magnet in her net. Like, you couldn't get the ball past her. She would be like, pink, pink, pink. It was amazing. And one of my daughter's friends was saying, she's like, have you ever been goalie? And I'm like, no, I don't play sports. And she said, well, being goalie hurts because when that ball hits your body, you feel it. It really, I mean, you never think about that, you know, as a parent. You're just like, ooh, block the ball. But
I thought about that.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I could never be a goalie. There's no way. I mean, in any sport, like you're standing there and somebody's just shooting a puck at you or a ball or kicking a ball at you. No way.
But I got to tell you, it was a gorgeous day. I mean, it was so sunny and warm. I wore jeans and a blouse, and by the end of it, I had the blouse rolled up. I had the ends of the jeans rolled up. I was like sweating there because it was so hot.
I think I overdressed yesterday because you don't know. You don't believe. I don't believe the news. I look at my phone. It tells me it's going to be sunny, and then I get out there and it's freezing. I don't believe it, so I overdressed, which is not a bad thing. And then, but last night I want to wish my man Mike Marini, my business partner Constance, that's her husband Mike, a happy birthday. We went to birthday dinner at the Polo Bar yesterday.
Oh, I love the Polo.
Went to dinner with Mike and Constance for his birthday. So happy 54th birthday, Mike Marini. I'm gonna throw your age out there. So.
Is he sensitive about his age?
No, he's not sensitive about his age. But we were at dinner and I said, let's do something. Let's do something here. Everybody at the table, everybody gets to ask you one question.
Okay.
And I asked him, what was the thing you think, the one lesson that you've learned throughout your life, the one piece of advice that you go back on, that you fall back on, and that was something he was talking about with his father.
Okay, which was?
And I don't forgot. I do remember, but it's a long story.
I understand.
But then we asked him, what was the one regret? Somebody asked him the one regret.
Okay.
And I officiated their wedding.
Yes.
Last year. And he cried like a baby at the wedding. And it was because he's bigger than me.
Yeah, I know.
So I'm looking at him at the wedding as I'm officiating. I'm like, dude, I can see it coming. I'm like, don't you dare. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Because it's going to make me kind of tear up. And I'm like, I'm not doing it. Don't you do it. And so yesterday they asked him his one regret. And he starts it again, and I look at him and I say, you better pull your belt up, and you do not cry in the Polo Bar in front of all these people. But I got to say, what a good guy. He wears his heart on his sleeve. He is great for her. They're great for each other, and I'm just happy to be. He's in my life, and happy birthday to him. And he deserves 54 other more great years. So happy birthday to you, Mike.
I do enjoy a crying groom. It is special. I did go to a wedding once where the groom really, I mean...
But there are different levels of crying.
No, he broke down. It was a breakdown. And what was interesting was, you know, when his wife said her vows, he... was sort of unmoved, but he was moved to tears by his own words, which I was like, that's what it was. This is so narcissistic.
It was his own words.
He choked himself. himself up.
Yeah, he choked himself up. But there are different levels of crying. There is like the tear, and then there's the old snot bubbles and all that stuff. That's a level nobody wants at any level at a wedding.
I went to a full-on breakdown,
Stop the ceremony.
Stop the ceremony, where I was like, oh, this is not good. But then every meal after that, I was like, remember when you had a nervous breakdown?
But it was great. I mean, it is great to see somebody who's sensitive and in love.
Yes.
And now you were talking about how hot it was yesterday.
It was hot.
Which meant that, a lot of us overdressed and we were sweaty, and you had to go home and take a shower. At least I hope you did. So here are 10 shower habits that you've been doing wrong your whole life. Your whole life.
Okay, I want to see, because I think I have good shower habits.
Okay, all right. Bad habit number 1, skipping the foot rub.
Oh, no, I'm all about the feet. Oh, yes.
How many people here rub your feet every day, scrub them every day? I know a few of y'all, and y'all are lying.
How do you shower and not scrub your feet? You gotta scrub your feet.
Well, you get down there and you kind of do. I can't say I'm sitting there with a loofah scrubbing my feet every day.
Oh,
I kind of figure the soap in the water, get down there to flush it out naturally.
That's not what happens.
And then sometimes
you gotta get in between the toes. You gotta get in there. Gotta get in there.
In between the toes, for most people, maybe once a week. I mean, think about it. I might pull my back out trying to reach way down there. That's a long way to go.
You can sit down, get a little shower seat. You sit down and pull your feet up. If you're so
I have a little seat. I do have a little seat in my shower, but I never considered sitting down to do my feet.
Sit down on it. Sit down on it.
Okay. How you leave your loofah in the shower?
I don't leave my loofah in the shower.
Because of the whole moldy thing.
Yeah, germs.
Yep.
I don't use a loofah, but
this one I love. Drying yourself too roughly.
I mean, you got to get dry.
But have you ever had a towel that is like really rough, and then maybe you're scrubbing your face really hard?
Yeah, like at a hotel, you go to the hotel and you take the towel, and basically you're bleeding when you're done. And then the toilet tissue is also like from the whaling vessel. You're like, what is this made of? Like, what is this made of? Right?
From the whaling vessel?
I know, it's a line from Larry from Curb Your Enthusiasm. But it's like literally, it's so rough that you're just bleeding.
Yeah, no, I've been there. I can understand that one. Delaying the moisturizing process.
Okay, here's what you need to do. I'm gonna fill you in. While you're still wet in the shower, before the towel touches your body, you get the Johnson's baby oil, and you rub it on, and you let the moisture. Yes. Thank you, lady. Oh, she's like, that's correct.
I do that.
You gotta moisture.
I do that
while you're still wet, while the pores are still open. You gotta sock it in there.
Touch me.
Well, you're a whole other level. He is like a baby.
Yeah.
Like a newborn, tiny baby.
A hairless chihuahua.
You're not hairless, because you're not hairless.
I'm not hairless.
You're not hairless. That's hair.
But that's how it feels even with hair.
But the underside is very soft.
My undercarriage is soft. Hey, it's Thursday. Why not?
Hey, everybody, it's Undercarriage Thursday.
Yes, it is. But I do that. I put on that Vaseline. They got that cocoa butter one.
Moisturize.
And I moisturize. I was doing the baby oil, but you got to be careful because baby oil comes out. Yeah.
You got to step right on the mat.
Yeah, you get back in that shower, you may be calling 911.
I have a ritual, and I'm glad to know that I am doing well with my rituals.
You're doing well. Just don't take long showers. Don't condition above the crown of your head.
That's right.
And then a lot of people skip that blast of cold water. They say you should turn it on cold water for 30 seconds.
Can't do that.
And don't wrap your hair in a towel.
Well, what am I supposed to do?
I'd have no idea. And then do not skip a post-workout shower. Do not be the person who works out, gets all functified, and then you want to walk around all day. It's not pleasant for anybody. But you let bacteria build up on your body.
I know.
So there you go. Those are some of the things.
Okay, well, that's exciting. Well, those were shower rules.
Those are shower rules.
I'll see your shower rules, and I'll raise you some sushi rules.
Okay.
7 sins of eating sushi. Anybody here eat sushi? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Quick. More people eat sushi than wash their feet. Okay.
That is true.
Okay, and I say with love and without judgment. Okay, here we go. Now, number one, well, I'm not going to name all of them because there's too many, but I'll just say that a cardinal no-no is putting wasabi in your soy sauce, which I love to do. I love a spicy soy sauce.
I thought that's what you did with it.
I
only did it because I saw other people do it.
Oh, I mean, that's what I always do. I always put my wasabi in my soy sauce. It is a spicy dip, and I like it. They say that is a big no-no.
Because when I first started eating sushi, people were doing it, and I didn't want to look like I'd never had sushi before.
Right, of course.
I started copying them.
That's what I did. So we're all copying somebody who was wrong to begin with.
Wow. Okay.
Anyway, they're saying you're not supposed to eat your miso soup before your sushi. The miso soup is like the palate cleanser at the end of the meal. We've been doing it all wrong. Number 4, do not rub your chopsticks together. I always rub my chopsticks together. Yes.
Yeah, the splinter out. Well, that's another thing I copied other people on. Very wrong.
Mark once said that I rub my chopsticks together so much it's like Quest for Fire. And then you're supposed to never order anything but sushi at the sushi bar. Now, I think that's a no-brainer. I have never gone to a sushi bar and ordered pizza, but who knows? Maybe there are people out there that do, but you're not supposed to order anything but the raw fish at the sushi bar.
Oh, so you're not supposed to order like a teriyaki chicken?
Exactly.
Then why do they have it on the menu?
Because it's, I guess, a difference from eating at the sushi bar versus at a table. However, I'm going to recommend a movie, and I think I told you about this movie. It's a documentary called Jiro Dreams of Sushi, and it's about this man, Jiro, and he operates the only Michelin-starred sushi restaurant, and it's in a subway station in Tokyo, and it is a fascinating documentary. And I'm warning you, you get so hungry while you're watching this that you could eat your kitchen table.
Michelin star restaurant in a subway station.
In a subway station. And it's tiny, and it's so simple, but their technique is so old school. It's a beautiful movie. So check that out if you want a really good movie. That's my recommendation for today.
So we have given you your countdown, 10 and 7 right there.
10 and 7.
10 rules of washing and 7 rules of 7 cents of sushi. Is that it? We got to get up.
Yeah,
we just started
big
talking,
show.
man.
Yeah, Beckinsale.
Well, wait, can we congratulate the mother and son since it's graduation?
Go ahead, yeah.
Okay, so a mother and son duo joined the police force together in Flint, Michigan. There they are, Maria Reed and her son Dion. This is really terrific. The pair spent 16 weeks together at the Mott Community College Law Enforcement Regional Training Academy before joining the police department. She's 43, he's 20, and the joke was that she couldn't find a babysitter for him, so he had to become a cop too. We're really happy for them. Congratulations, you two. It's great.
I wonder if they're going to be like rookie partners together, mom and son.
I wonder, like
That's a movie.
That's a movie, yeah. That's a good movie.
Tell a story.
Absolutely. Well, we have a big show today, everybody.
Yes.
The always glamorous Kate Beckinsale is here.
Yes, and I love Kate Beckinsale, by the way.
I do too.
Beautiful,
She's a nice
beautiful,
girl.
yes, beautiful woman. And also, Rowan Pope from Scandal is here. Joe Morton, everybody.
Calm down.
Yes, bad man. He flipped that whole
right
show.
Down. Yeah.
He turned that show on his head.
And you know he was on Broadway in Hair? I did not know that. I did not know that. That is incredible.
When he had it.
Yeah. Excuse me, Gilman?
When he had a big head of hair.
When he had a big head of hair.
You tell him that when he comes out here. I'm not saying that.
And performing her hit song, Peter Pan, Kelsey Ballerini is here.
Yes. All right, cover your coffee.
Yep.
Grab your confetti wand, or twiddle stick as I call it, because it is time to kick this party off with our Spring Skies Travel.
Jersey girl. That's New Jersey. That's Eleanor Wilson. Great job, Eleanor. Gorgeous.
Great job.
Loved every second of it.
Yeah. I'm so excited I cannot hide it. That's right. But let's say hello to Judy Ebnetter from Las Vegas, Nevada. Hello, Judy. How are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Hi, Michael. Hi, Kelly. It's nice to talk to you.
It's great to talk to you. I love you. Is that a slot machine you're standing next to?
It's called One Arm Bandit. It's an antique slot machine. We were up at Mount Charleston outside of Nevada here, and they had antique slot machines, so we had our picture taken. Well, I had my picture taken in front of it.
Well, that's cool. So, what are you up to today?
Well, I live in a senior community, and they're having a Women's Appreciation Day luncheon for the ladies and the gentlemen also.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Judy, are they watching us right now?
No, because it's only 6:16 in Las Vegas.
Sorry. They will be. I guess my question is, do you guys watch this show often?
I watch it every day. I have for many years.
But I love that. A Women's Appreciation Day for the ladies and the fellas. I like that.
That's right.
For everybody.
All right, Judy, we're going to spin the wheel.
We have a Men's Appreciation Day in June, okay?
Okay, don't worry.
I don't know for sure.
We'll spin the wheel, see what you're playing for, okay? Hey, Judy, this is a great prize. The Buccaneer in St. Croix. 7 days and 6 nights in a deluxe oceanfront room. It's not just any oceanfront room, it's deluxe. It includes 3 meals daily. Guys, you know that almost never happens here.
I know it.
I know. This trip is provided in part by Hotels.com. It's a prize valued at $9,500. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Judy, good luck.
All right, Judy, here you go. On yesterday's show, we talked with actress Lana Parrilla. What did Lana say is the first food she eats when coming to New York?
Pork fried rice.
You got it.
Congratulations, you and a guest will enjoy 7 days and 6 nights at the Buccaneer St. Croix. Founded in the 17th century and family-run for generations, the Buccaneer in St. Croix is both historic and modern, blending old-world charm with warm hospitality and the amenities expected by today's traveler. The Buccaneer is a premier destination resort for golf, tennis, water sports, weddings, honeymoons, and family vacations. Your prize is valued at approximately $9,500.
Hey, Judy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you get to help make the day of a lucky member of our studio audience who will receive, now listen to this, a $500 gift card from World Market. Nice. Sounds amazing, right? I want to go to the World Market. So please pick a number. Well, please pick a number between 1 and 235.
I'm going to pick number 49.
There she is, right there. Oh, congratulations, Judy. Congratulations, young lady. Everybody stay right there. When we come back, the beautiful, the talented Kate Beckinsale will be here.
Still ahead on live, Chelsea Ballerini, singer.
Oh, thanks.
You really do.
You too.
Thanks.
Thanks. So early. Just trying to look all right.
Is this early for you?
Oh, very.
But what about you? Have it? Your daughter, she must get up early for school and
She
stuff.
does. I don't always. She's 17.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I still think of you having a little girl.
So do I.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
But you're from England, but where do you live now, though?
In LA.
L.A.
Yeah.
Okay.
You decided to just stay.
Well, we had to sort of make a decision so that my daughter didn't end up weird, like going into school in different countries all the time and stuff. So we ended up sort of sticking, and so now she's a junior.
Do you remember what you said to me a few years ago? This was a while ago. She was little.
Right.
And you said whenever her British accent started to fade, you would take her back to England.
Yeah, and give her beating.
How is it now?
It's exactly like mine.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Okay,
so she just suffers because every single day someone says, oh, say aluminium, say tomato, and mocks her, but she's used to it now.
Right,
She's
right.
like, but it's still a novelty for everybody else, apparently.
It is. We like the British accent here in America.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm very glad.
Well, you know, but the one thing about LA that when I lived there, it was very hard for me to get used to, and I wonder if you've gotten used to it, the traffic. Are you adjusted to the traffic in LA?
I still don't have my driver's license.
What?
It used to be like a cute
You said that with an accent. I don't think I understood it. What's that?
It used to be like this cute thing that, oh, I haven't gotten to it yet. But now I'm so old, it's become like a disability.
But I thought that if you lived in LA, you had to have a driver's license.
I think technically you do. I've somehow squeaked in under the radar.
So how do you get places?
I go, help, help, help. And then, luckily, they invented Uber for me.
Oh, my
so
God,
that helped.
that's great.
I've been waiting for that for a long time.
I wondered why they invented that. It was you.
It was me,
That's
yeah, because I
right.
kept getting stranded places. I couldn't do my grocery shopping.
Does your daughter drive? Does she drive you
That's
around?
what's so embarrassing is that she just... yeah, she just passed her test, so...
Well, that's great. Now she can be your chauffeur.
Well, now I finally went, now I realised your purpose. This whole thing has been all about this. Now you can drive me down the street.
Now, does she have any aspirations to be an actress?
Yeah, I thought so, yeah. We failed, yeah. Yeah.
But, I mean, you're an actor. Her father's an actor as well.
Yeah, and my mother also, and my father, and my stepfather's a director.
Right.
And, in fact, her dad's father, her grandpa, is a professional Jack Nicholson lookalike.
What?
So that sort of counts. Isn't that...
What?
I know.
Oh,
No,
wow.
wait, look at his picture.
I know, bless. He's very busy. He does it a lot. He's from Wales, though, so it's not good when he's talking, because he
So
sounds...
he's a silent Jack.
I mean, yes, mainly. Yeah.
Have you ever shown Jack Nicholson your... is that you said that your grandfather...
I love how you... Have you ever shown Jack Nicholson your... And then...
Yeah, I wasn't sure. I mean, you said
Never.
Your grandfather or your daughter's grandfather?
Ex-in-law's father.
Okay,
well,
got it.
I can't, it's too early.
Her
grandfather, Michael's dad.
It's like doing math this early in the morning. It doesn't work for me either.
See, you were confused too, not just me.
Super confused.
Right, so have you ever shown that to Jack Nicholson?
No, I haven't. But I think he was once employed to go, I think Jack didn't feel like going to the German premiere of Batman or something, and so Michael's dad went instead.
Is that true?
Yeah. And I think here's what's extra weird is I think he did a couple of radio interviews, which I don't think went that well, obviously because he's very Welsh, but he was game, like he'll try anything once.
Oh, we see that. We'll see that. You know, and we got to take a quick break, and when we come back, you're game too. You're going to tell us why you had to stick to small lunches when you were filming your latest movie. So we'll be right back with Kate Beckinsale to talk about her movie Love and Friendship. So stay right there. Wow, that caught me off guard.
That's a scene from Love and Friendship.
Yes.
Now, you have worked with Chloe Sevigny before in the past.
Yeah,
have you
one
not?
time, yes.
Yeah, and you enjoyed it, obviously.
Yeah.
You have a great chemistry.
Yeah, no, it was brilliant. We did a movie together in the 1900s called Last Days of Disco, and it was the same director of this movie too, so it was the three of us actually getting to kind of get the band back together.
The fact that you just said the 1900s was incredible.
It was a while. It was a while ago.
But this is the adaptation of Jane Austen's Lady Susan.
Yeah.
So what is this film about? Tell us a little bit about that.
It's about quite a naughty woman who's a recent widow, and at that time, obviously, you needed to find yourself a husband. But she's quite modern in terms of she also quite likes having boyfriends and sort of controlling everybody. And it's a very funny movie. Like, you don't expect to laugh a lot in a Jane Austen, but it's really funny.
When you do these period pieces, you always have to be corseted into. So how did you have to wear a corset? Because you look like you have just been born with a corset. Like you have.
I mean, I've worn one quite a lot. I think I probably might have the record for most corset wearing. Anyway.
Right.
But yes, they come in the morning and winch you into it, with the foot in the small of your back, and you have to have quite small meals.
I bet.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking about that. You can't really eat much.
It's not like a bucket of chicken wings day.
Yeah, right. Do they have lean boards? Or I've always heard of when people have period costumes,
I think on a bigger budget movie, maybe they we were like,
you just leaned on each other.
Yes,
right.
basically.
But this movie, you shot this movie in 27 days.
26. We had 27, but we made it in 26.
Hey, there you go.
I learned my lines.
Most of the time, people always go over, but because you learned your lines,
Yeah,
you cut
I think
it down
they were
one day.
allowing a little room, because I had a lot of lines in this, so I think they were allowing some extra.
I think that if you're in a corset, there's more of an impulse to learn your lines and get it right the first time. Right,
Yeah,
get it
exactly.
off quickly. Don't you think?
So you can have a meal to eat. But I tell you, that caught me off guard. Like you said, it's funny, and that definitely caught me off guard. And we're looking forward to seeing it. It is Love and Friendship. It's in theaters in New York and LA tomorrow, and it's expanding through the month of May. So make sure you go check it out. Go see Kate Beckinsale, everybody. He's an award-winning actor in film, television, and stage. He stars as the merciless and sinister father of Olivia Pope in ABC's hit series Scandal. Please welcome the terrific Joe Morton.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, you know, it's kind of a double thing. Usually people, the first thing they do is they say, I'm not sure I want to talk to you.
Exactly.
And then they say, oh, but maybe I will.
Yes, I know. That's exactly my reaction to you. I said, I feel like I know you, really.
Yeah, I went to a cabaret once, and there was a woman on the other side of the room, and she came over and she said, when you first walked in the room, she said, I hated you. And then I realized I didn't even know you.
Right, I know. Oh, my gosh. And you're a native New Yorker.
Yes.
So
yes.
It must be nice to get back home.
It's lovely to be back home, yes.
Especially this time of year.
Yes, and especially doing the play that I'm doing. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
So you're on stage. It's an off-Broadway play.
Yes.
And what's it called?
Turn Me Loose.
Turn Me Loose.
It's a play about Dick Gregory.
Oh, Dick Gregory.
Yes.
Okay. And so it's a one-man show.
Essentially. There is one other actor, but it's essentially a one-man play.
Right. And but you made your Broadway debut in Hair.
I did, yes.
Unbelievable. What a role. There you are.
Far left.
Oh, look at you.
See, now, that picture has been around for a very long time, and I'm not really sure that's me.
Is that true?
I've seen that picture a lot, and I keep thinking, I don't think I was in the show when that picture was taken.
Is that true?
Yeah, because I joined the show a year after it opened. But they show that picture a lot, and I don't know who that young man is.
Just go with it.
Wait, you're saying that's not you, and people keep
saying it's me, and it kind of looks like me, but I don't think that's me. But you know, it could be. It could. You know, it was hair. It was hair. There were, we were doing things that were not exactly legal in those days.
There's really only one way to find out, and that's if you take off the shirt and jacket. Okay, here we go.
But I'm curious though, like when you just saw that picture, which is you or isn't you, but how did you become interested in acting in the first place?
It was the first day of orientation at Hofstra University. I entered Hofstra as a psych major. They took us around the campus to show what, the campus, and they took us into the theater to show us a skit of what our first year might be like. And at the end of the skit, I literally could not get up out of my seat. I just sat there and watched the work light on stage and thought I'd been singing for a while. Maybe I'd like to be an actor. I got up out of the theater, walked to the registrar's office, and changed all my majors from psychology to drama.
Well, wait, what did
First day of orientation.
What did your parents say?
My mother freaked out.
Yeah.
My grandmother, who was going to help with the money, decided I was crazy, and so she wasn't going to do that either. And then, and then things changed. I left school after 3 years. I ended up doing a musical version of Raisin in the Sun called Raisin.
Right.
Got nominated for a Tony, and my mother, well, actually, my mother changed her mind about my career because she was on a bus on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Some people who had seen the show got onto the bus, and she heard them talking about me, and of course, she announced that she was my mother.
Of course.
Hence,
and signed autographs.
right, of course.
Yeah.
Celebrity, that's right. That's right.
But one thing, we're very similar to me in a way. You grew up in a military family.
Yes.
You grew up overseas in Germany.
That's right.
And your father was a strict disciplinarian.
Yes, he was. My father's job was to integrate the armed forces overseas, which sounds just as enormous as it is.
Right.
Basically, we would arrive on any army post racially unannounced because they knew that all kinds of stuff would break loose as soon as they found out that there was a black captain on the post.
Is that true?
That's absolutely true. Wow. So life for us was very interesting, and I lived in Crailsheim for a while. I know that you also...
In Mannheim.
That's right, you lived in Mannheim, and we also lived in Dachau. And literally, my father died when I was 10 while he was still in the service, and we literally traveled from Dachau to 155th Street and Edgecombe Avenue, which is Harlem. So it was a big change.
Unbelievable. That's a fascinating... You need to write a memoir.
I have written a screenplay called Strangers, because from my point of view, we were strangers when we were on the Army post because of my father's job. And then when we came home, I hadn't lived here, and it was the first time I'd been home, and I was 10 years old. So when I came back to the United States, we went right back up to Harlem. We lived with my grandmother for a while. I was going to go to school with other black kids. I'd never been to school with a classroom full of black children. Thought this is going to be exciting, but of course, I spoke German, I spoke Japanese. I think I showed up at school wearing a suit.
Joe, you have to make this screenplay into a film.
Well, you know, from your lips to God's ears.
Okay, well,
That's fascinating.
that's incredible.
That is so fascinating.
Wow.
We got to take a quick break. I hate to do it. We're going to come back, and Joe's going to give us a sneak peek of Scandal season finale, and maybe we'll find out some more about Joe Morton. So stay right here, everybody.
You and I met yesterday.
Tomorrow online. The laughter. The fun. Join us as we celebrate Michael's Flashback Farewell Friday.
You cracked yourself up, man.
It's just that Shonda writes so... For this character, and she writes so it's so wonderful what she gives me to do. So it's just when I see it, it makes me laugh.
When you sit down at the table reads, is it an incredible? Like, are you sitting there going, "Oh my gosh, I love my characters"?
Well, but as you may or may not know, we don't know what's going to happen from episode to episode until we sit down at the table read.
Right.
So a lot of what goes on for us is we'll read something and the entire table cracks up.
Right.
You know, or starts pointing and says, "Oh my God," or "You have to do this," or somebody has a sex scene and thinks, "Oh, I'm not eating this week," or whatever it is. You know.
But when your character shows up, I mean, from day one, you've kind of turned this show on its head, and your character shows up. I don't laugh. I get, like, very uneasy, like, what is coming next?
Right.
And I mean, where do you draw from be able to push that, to show that on screen and make that come from this character?
I think there's two basic things. One is that they write for me as if I'm on stage. So when I get those monologues, they're very theatrical. So there's that, and there's the secret is I use my father as part of who that character is. I use as a character in Ralph Ellison's Invisible Man, Dr. Bledsoe. I use him partly. The word Rowan itself actually means someone who is endowed spiritually in some way to do things that are good. Rowan is the name of the wand that Harry Potter uses.
Right.
So all those things together sort of culminate into...
you really research your characters. You are the real deal. Now, okay, tonight is the finale.
Yes.
What can you tell us?
Well, the only thing I can tell you is that the title of tonight's show is That's My Girl. So I'm going to leave that to your imagination.
That could mean anything. That could literally mean anything.
I had a good thought about what that meant.
Okay.
I'm not going to share it because I don't want to spoiler alert. I don't want to do that. But I like that.
Well, you have to tell me.
Okay, I will tell you in the commercial break.
Okay.
But now we want to talk to you. Turn me loose. We want to talk about this Dick Gregory.
Yes.
Comedian, civil rights activist.
Yes.
And you're playing Dick Gregory.
Yes.
And so he's now in his mid-80s. And
84, yes.
Were you able to talk to him to research for that role?
Right after I got the role, they set up a telephone conversation between he and I, so we spoke for about an hour and a half on the phone. I've talked to him once or twice since then. A lot of the other research has simply been doing either Wikipedia or there's tons of stuff on him on YouTube. Because what I do is I play him as a young man in the 60s and presently in his 80s and go back and forth between those two.
Wow.
So it's primarily about, for those who don't know who Dick Gregory is, it's primarily about a man who broke the color line in the 60s. He went on the Jack Parr show. But this sounds like a small thing, but it's a big thing. He actually got to sit on the couch to talk to Jack Parr, which most black performers never got a chance to do. He was the first black comedian before Richard Pryor, before Dave Chappelle, any of those guys who did political humor and did humor about race relations. He was the first to do that. And then he quite literally went went from making absolutely no money to making millions of dollars a year, and then gave that up because he felt being a performer was not enough in terms of being an activist for the civil rights movement of the 60s, and gave all that up to become an activist.
Wow.
Would he get a chance to see you perform?
On the 19th of May when we open.
How great.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh. That is incredible. You know what's going to be interesting? One day, there's going to be a young actor. One day, there's going to be a young actor playing Joe Morton in the Joe Morton story. I'm telling you.
I'd love to see that.
We will be there to watch it.
It is Turn Me Loose. It opens May 19th at the West Side Theater here in New York City. Make sure you go check that out. And also, Scandal Season Finale is tonight on ABC at 9 p.m. Joe Morton, everybody.
Tomorrow on Live, New York Knicks star Carmelo Anthony.
And